Good morning from Helston in Cornwall. Just parked the car up. We're leaving it here the next 2 days as we're taking the bus from Helston down to Porthleven, and then from Porthleven we're back on the southwest coast path. You've done all the planning, haven't you?
Well, you know, some honesty.
Helston Hellies.
Yeah, it seemed a good idea to park in Helston because it's free parking here. It's a 20-minute bus ride to Porthleven, where we set off many moons ago, or where we ended. And then it's quicker to get the bus back to here than all the way to Porthleven, because you could be getting back to Helston, then waiting an hour for the bus back to Porthleven. So we thought we'd park in Helston for when we finish our route.
Yes. Clean boots. Let's see what they look like in a few days' time. Thanks very much. When we were here and ended our walk in Porthleven, we ate in that pub over there. Our journey continues from here today, and we're heading for Mullion. It's midday, so we're going to spend half the day walking about 5 miles, 5-6 miles to Mullion, and we're going to stay in a hotel. Hence we've packed everything in our rucksacks, and then tomorrow we're going to walk from Mullion to the Lizard. So no car for the next 2 days. No car, no buses, just hiking. Right, rucksack on.
Yeah, it's a bit heavy today.
Yes.
It's got luggage.
Are we?
Pyjamas.
Toiletries
And my pyjamas and a coat just in case it rains.
And we're off. Leaving Porthleven. Do like this harbour a lot. Very, very pretty.
We ate at the Harbour Inn at the end of our walk last year.
Nice food there.
Yes, really lovely.
Or you can have a drink outside and enjoy the views. So we're about to leave Porthleven, and it's almost 12:15, just gone midday. Let's see how many miles we clock. Well, this is a side of Porthleven we haven't seen before. Lovely beach. We have 5-6 miles to walk that direction. At last, we found an acorn. We found our first acorn of the, I was about to say of the day, of the afternoon. Only half a day today. So our first place we're heading for is Loe Bar. I know we've really only just started on our walk, but it is lunchtime and we are hungry. And today's a shorter day. That's high up. Healthy sandwich and French fries. They're crisps. And usually we're on a wide path, so instead of me walking behind you all the time, so it's wide enough to walk alongside each other, which is nice. Nice path so far. Lovely path. These signs look new as well, don't they? Looks as if they've been replaced recently. Right, okay, let's turn right. Fancy staying there. That's a perfect view of this beach. This is Loe Bar. Wow. So this area here is called Unowho Creek. If you're a nature lover, I think you'd really like it here. Another impressive coastal sign. Cornwall, 2 3/4 miles. Apologies if I've pronounced Cornwall incorrectly. I do tend to say a lot of these town and villages the way it's spelt, and occasionally I get the odd comment saying you don't pronounce it that way, but hey, I try. So if I am pronouncing any of these coastal places incorrectly, please leave a comment, because it's definitely good for future reference. Right, we're heading on up. It's not much of an ascent, not too challenging. Having another sit down.
Only because the view's so good and we've got all day.
We do. Just been looking in front of us or behind us. Just been looking behind us, and we've walked all that. So Land's End is way over there, and we have walked all of this up to and including Porthleven, and obviously we've walked from Porthleven to where we are now.
I think, if I was guessing, I think that's somewhere between 40 and 45 miles.
So you think 40 to 45 miles from Land's End to Porthleven?
To where we are.
To where we are, okay. My estimation, we did check, and as the crow flies it's almost 18 miles, but we didn't fly, we walked it. So yeah, probably I'm going to go a bit more. I'll say 50 miles. You think 40 to 45, I think 50, and it's actually
Hooray!
That is a stunning view. That's where we're heading. So from here we have about 3.5 miles left to go. The guide takes you from Porthleven to Poldhu, which is just over 5 miles. We're walking a bit further to Mullion, because that's where our hotel is for the night. This is what I'm thinking. Our walk, instead of being just over 5 miles, is probably more like 6. The hotel we're staying is quite close to the seafront as well. Nice place to stay for the night before we continue our hiking tomorrow. So this is Cornwall Cove. Another nice little spot. Trusty signpost ahead. I've been pronouncing it's Poldhu. See, I do these things completely wrong. It's not Poldhu, it's Poldhu. Apologies people. Poldhu Cove, 2 miles. Our hotel might be in that direction, but to get there we have to go that way. We go in the more interesting way. Funny enough, along the southwest coast path. That way, round the bend, and eventually in that direction. That's where we've come from. You can see Porthleven way in the distance now. We've walked now just over 4 miles, and it's about 2:45 in the afternoon on this beautiful sunny afternoon. So, we believe our hotel is just beyond where that big white hotel is. We don't think that's our hotel, we think our hotel is the building beyond it. We'll soon know in an hour or so. Someone's left a stone on this bench. Look at that view. This has been a stunning part of the southwest coast path, I've got to say. This route is classed as moderate in the guide. The guide suggests you go from Porthleven to Poldhu. We're going that little bit further in search of our hotel in Mullion. So this is Church Cove. It's a beautiful little cove, isn't it? That is Church Cove. Very pretty. We're heading up, getting close to our destination. Apparently it's 2 miles to Mullion Cove, but I think our hotel is before the cove. In the meantime, we've arrived in Poldhu. So this is Poldhu car park. If you were looking at staying here or parking here, these are the costs as of 2024. So we're carrying a little bit further from Poldhu. So that big building that's been looming for a very long time is actually a care home and not a hotel. But as we're not allowed on the ground, the path's taking us down here around the edge. We're leaving Poldhu Cove behind. Impressive monument coming up. Monument, we have less than a mile to go to our hotel and 1¼ miles to Mullion Cove, and straight ahead, that big white building over there is our hotel for the evening. So our hotel is 1/10 of a mile away. At the top of these steps.
Carry on to our hotel, it's just here.
This is so much better than Cornish walking trails.
That was a surprise, bumping into Sarah and Andrew. Always wondered if we'd ever meet them on the trail. And we have done. Check out their channel. Quick scores on the doors before we get into our hotel. We have walked just over 7.5 miles. In need of a cup of tea. This is where we're staying for the evening. Perfect as it's right on the southwest coast path. And this is our room. Television. Tea making facilities. But unfortunately, not quite a sea view. Unless you kind of, hang on, I'm just going to lean out the window. Oh, hang on. I can see the edge of the coast, but not, I can see a little tractor. We're going in search of pub food. Thank goodness for guided maps on a phone. We're looking for the Old Inn. We found the Public House. Oh, hang on. Uh-oh. That's not a pub. And that is a pub. Oh dear. Entrance. Let's get some food. This is an oldie worldy pub. Smash in. Nice pub in Mullion. Recommended.
So today we drove all the way down and we stopped in a place called Helston, found a great free car park, and we left the car there for the next 3 days really. We took the bus to Porthleven, and from Porthleven we walked all the way along past Poldhu and we stopped at Mullion. I'm just going to colour a little bit further on than there. And this was mainly because there was no available B&Bs at the Lizard, otherwise we'd have walked the whole length to the Lizard. So because we had the long journey down, we thought we'd split our walk up, and that made it very relaxing. On a beautiful day we could stop as long as we wanted, and we had a very nice B&B hotel at the Mullion right on the coast path, so it was perfect.